Hi, I'm Chris Patrick. Today we're going to look at the great American eclipse that happens on the 21st of August of 2017. It's called the Great American Eclipse because the moon is going to block the sun in all of America on that date. And what you have is, I'm not going to go through all the details about an eclipse. I'm just assuming you know. If not, you can look it up. But we have an eclipse that'll go from the west coast, about Oregon, and go all the way to the East Coast. And this is the first time we've had something like this in 99 years. And then the umbra, which is where you have the total eclipse, is the first time ever in history that the umbra only touches the United States of America. And so you'll get to see the eclipse all throughout the United States, though the total eclipse on a small path there in the middle, as you can see. But you can see that different magnitudes happen all along, and so no matter where you're at, you'll get to see at least a partial eclipse in the whole country. But if you're interested in going to see the total eclipse, which I'm interested in, and a lot of people are, then I wanted to talk to you about that because there's this path that you can get on. And so you can see where it says the greatest eclipse. It's really right there at Carbondale, Illinois is really where the path of the greatest eclipse is. For 2 minutes and 42.6 seconds, there will be the greatest duration of the eclipse. And both sides are about 2 minutes and 30 seconds once you get past that. And so what the most important thing you do if you want to go to the eclipse is choose the location, because the weather is the most important thing to consider. I mean, if you get there and it's cloud cover, that would be a bummer, wouldn't it? You look at the cloud cover data, though. A guy named, I believe his name's Jay Anderson, looked at cloud cover data recorded over 20 years, and it shows the odds of cloud cover in any given location. And so I wanted to just briefly tell you where you can go to have the greatest odds of not having cloud cover. And starting about 9:15 a.m. in Pacific time there in Oregon, the umbra comes ashore, where the odds of cloud and fog are very high, so that's not going to be a good spot to go to. But the odds get better as you move on to Salem, Oregon, as you move more east. And they even get better as it moves east to one of the best locations from Madras, Oregon to Mitchell. The odds of cloud cover go up a little until it reaches Ontario, Oregon. So really anywhere in there is good. The odds go up from there until it comes down in the town of Idaho Falls. Goes back up until you reach the towns of Riverton and Casper, Wyoming. The outlook for the plains of Nebraska go up some, but not too bad. Alliance, Nebraska is fairly good. The odds go up the more east you move from here. In other words, it gets bad, the odds of bad weather. By the time you get to Carbondale, Illinois, the odds of cloud cover go up above 50%. Carbondale will be the site of two unique things. The first thing involves the fact that the eclipse will be longest here. The second thing involves the fact that Carbondale will have another eclipse about 7 years later that will cross it. It's very unique. That's one reason why I'm trying to get to Carbondale, though. Right now, all the hotel rooms are taken up, so I found a hotel room maybe 20 miles away. And so I'm considering going there as my plan A, because 7 years later, on April 8th, 2024, you could go there again and see it again in the same location. This is very unique, doesn't happen often, and just that close behind each other. And so it does happen that it goes above the New Madrid Fault area there, which those of us, there's some people that think that's unique. Everything east of Carbondale ranges between 50 and 7% chance of cloud cover. So the east is really not as good as the west. Keep an eye on the weather starting 10 days ahead of time and plan from there. Now you can go to Google and look up NASA 2017 eclipse, and you can look around the NASA website and find all kinds of information. Pick out two locations you'd like to go to which represent your plan A and your plan B. Keep an eye on the weather, look at plan A, look at plan B. Me, I've got 2 hotel rooms booked that I can cancel one or do the other, so I'm ready to go. Like I said, Carbondale is just totally booked as we stand here. Make your plans, or the places that you go to, far enough apart so that one location has cloud cover, maybe the other one will be clear. The timing of the eclipse. The NASA website tells you the time of the eclipse in whatever area you are in on the state maps, because you got all these time zones. Don't be confused about that. Although the eclipse starts at 9:15 a.m. in Oregon and sweeps the USA in about an hour and a half, the time zone shifts to afternoon viewing in the east. Viewing the eclipse. To view the eclipse, you need to buy solar filter safety glasses. Now, you may be saying, well, I'm not going to go to the totality. It doesn't matter. You can still watch, and 90%, 85%, wherever you're at, you still enjoy it. And so there's a lot of different ways people poke a little hole, pin holes in it, and look on the page. But I just say, why don't you get maximum enjoyment out of it? Something you can talk even with your family, have family time, buy these glasses, and enjoy it. Buy one for every member of your family, even if you will not go to the total eclipse. You will still see the partial eclipse. Make sure they are ISO certified for solar use. Make sure your children use them properly. When the total eclipse happens, you can take them off. But when the slightest sliver of the sun shows itself, you must put your glasses back on because you can hurt your eyes. And that just gives you an idea of how these things are. Just look them up on the internet, buy them. I want you to go out and enjoy God's creation and make a memory with your family. I'm the author of the book named The Zodiac Code that revealed God's hidden message written in the stars that the wise men knew. I want to invite you to check it out on my channel. You can look it up on YouTube, search Chris Patrick Zodiac Code. 33 days after the eclipse comes, the Revelation 12 sign that only happens once in 7,000 years happens. This event happens on September 23rd, 2017. It's absolutely amazing. This is all over the internet, and you can see my explanation of it on my channel. And there it is. You can look at that, but you need to see the explanation of it because it's very powerful. And also the Zodiac Code itself teaches something that you need to know about. God bless you. Enjoy the eclipse.